the ones who came before.
Hi everyone, Call96 here from the ones who came before. I haven't done a memory flashback for a while, and this is the first one I've ever done in video format. So in this one we're going to be looking at the Father of Understanding and which member of the first civilization he could be. For those of you who don't know, memory flashbacks are articles that highlight different key elements from past games and link them to future games. I used to create one a week, but I no longer have the time. Recently, Access the Animus found an Easter egg in the Phoenix Project video shown at the start of AC Unity. A barcode can be seen on a test tube. When scanned, it reads, "Who is the Father of Understanding?"
May the Father of Understanding guide us.
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 It seems the Father of Understanding has seen fit to give us this time to talk.
The Father of Understanding is an entity to whom the Templars pledge allegiance and ask for guidance. I now believe that the Father of Understanding is a member of the first civilization, and his real name is Consus. Consus is a member of the first civilization who appeared in Assassin's Creed Project Legacy, which was a Facebook game. In the 1500s, Consus became a guardian to Giovanni Borgia, the illegitimate son of Lucrezia Borgia. Upon his birth, Giovanni was discovered to be malformed and was expected to die within a few days. In a drastic attempt to save his assumed child's life, Perotto called her and broke out of prison. He travelled to Agnadello and killed his assassin brothers. He then stole the Shroud of Eden in the hope that it would save Giovanni. The Shroud healed Giovanni but left him mentally altered. Perotto was executed by the assassins for breaking all three tenets, and Giovanni wound up in the hands of Cesare Borgia, who he came to know as his father. From an early age, Giovanni suffered several bleeding effect-like symptoms, likely as a result of being healed by the Shroud. He would dream of past assassins, which slowly turned into hallucinations. He was extremely receptive to pieces of Eden and was allowed to play with the apple by his grandfather, Rodrigo Borgia. Cesare trained Giovanni to be cruel, but he rejected this way of life. He grew close to his mother Lucrezia, even though he thought her an auntie. Giovanni had the ability to turn his thoughts into reality with the power of the apple. Simply by willing it, he was able to create the image of an eagle out of thin air. In 1503, Giovanni planned to leave his life of fear behind. He received a letter from an unknown individual and went to the meeting place by the fountain. He used his eagle vision to recognise the individual in the crowd. Giovanni followed the man across the rooftops until he reached an alleyway. He was stopped by two thieves who attempted to rob him. The man air assassinated the thieves and introduced himself as Francesco Vesciolio, a former apprentice of Perotto. Giovanni was taken in and trained into the assassin order. In 1519, Giovanni was tasked by the Brotherhood to identify and recover a piece of Eden. After examining several artifacts, Giovanni finally discovered a crystal skull in Mexico. It was in the possession of an Aztec priest who used it as part of a human sacrificial ritual. Giovanni sensed the presence of the piece of Eden and recognized the same humming sound the apple had. He killed the priest and stole the skull. This was the third piece of Eden Giovanni had been in contact with. Giovanni brought the skull to his ally Bombastus in the hope that they could discover its secrets. For 20 years Giovanni studied the skull and was granted revisions of China. Giovanni and Bombastus' apprentice Maria tracked down a book written by Nicholas Flamel. They travelled to Paris to look at the book and discovered Pythagorean symbols within. Notes of Hermetic practices reminded Giovanni of an ancient Pythagorean temple discovered by Ezio Auditore. Giovanni discovered a map to the temple and travelled there with Maria. He opened the way for them just as Ezio once did. As they entered the lost chamber, it became illuminated with patterns, numbers and glyphs. Giovanni fell unconscious and awoke soon after. His face had changed right in front of Maria's eyes. He spoke in a distant and unfamiliar voice as he said, "I am Consus, the erudite god." Throughout Giovanni's childhood, an entity called Consus would make itself visible. He often spoke in Giovanni's head and gave advice. He even once allowed Giovanni to read a letter, even though he didn't know how to at the time. I'm now convinced that the Father of Understanding is Consus, and he's linked with the Shroud. The Shroud made Giovanni more receptive to pieces of Eden and first civilization entities. Could we see Consus in AC Syndicate? Since making this video, Darby McDevitt and Escoblades have confirmed that Baphomet is not the Father of Understanding, as many fans believe. Also, since making this video, a poll has appeared on the UB forums. Kane seems to be in the lead at the moment. Who do you think the Father of Understanding is? Let me know in the comments below, and thanks for watching.
The Father of Understanding guides us.
The Father of Understanding guided you to us, and for that we are grateful.
to wash the world clean and restore to the truth the Father of Understanding intended.
May the Father of Understanding guide us all.
May the Father of Understanding guide you.